Welcome to This Week in Vegas, a bettor's view. I'm Marco D'Angelo, alongside, Mr. CNBC, the only sports bettor in the country featured on the CNBC documentary, the number 2 NFL regular season most money won,
thank you,
documented by the Sports Monitor, number 1 college basketball, both winning percentage and money won current. The latest rankings are just out. Also known as Vegas Runner. But you know,
Mark.
all those titles,
mean
they're
nothing.
great. They're great. They're absolutely great. But you know what? You know what title means the most to me? This guy, April 23rd, is going to be my best man at my wedding.
Yes, I am.
And,
yes, I am.
That's,
Marco surprised me the other day when he asked me. I mean, I love the guy, and we've become extremely good friends since he's come here. But I know a lot of people love the guy, and he's got a lot of friends. And when he asked me the other night, honestly, I got shocked. You saw me for a second, and I was overwhelmed, man. I'm so happy. I'm Marco's best man, and
so all those other titles you can keep. That's the
forget the world championships. That's the one I wanted, baby. Thank you.
All right.
They're wondering. I know they're wondering.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got the we got the hats on backwards.
No gang affiliation.
Yeah, we haven't joined any Vegas gangs.
Blood in, blood out.
We heard a rumor, and I don't know, but me and Vegas Runner, we're a little bit superstitious, and I don't know. Word on the street is
you turn this bad boy around, and results start to change.
And I'll tell you, the guy's 33-6.
Documented football during the toughest part of the damn season. College football bowls, NFL late season, NFL playoffs. Pretty much the most difficult time to go on a run like that. Yeah. So if it's the hat that's behind it, I'm down.
We're going with it. So,
DB, I'm down.
We're taking your mojo,
I'm
DB.
down, brother.
So shout out to Dwayne Bryant.
And you dig it.
Hey, what a week. I want to, while we're doing shout outs, this show, it's free flow. I mean, we talk about what we did the last week in Vegas and, what's going on here in town and the upcoming week. Saturday night, you guys know, my home away from home's the M. I got to hang out Saturday night with a forum poster, Matt on the forums. Nice kid. He moved from Pittsburgh, got here in Vegas. He's taking his
here now.
He moved out here, and he had been asking different places to go. And I said, you got to come try the M. I said I'll be over there Saturday night playing cards, and he got his table moved over to my table. We just had an absolute blast. We had a great table.
Awesome.
It was almost like a home game.
I love when I meet guys that from the site. I've had the opportunity to meet a couple of the fellas, and it's nice to see the people you talk to daily.
So great. So a little shout out to Matt, and like I said, guys, when you guys come out to Vegas,
let us know, man. And
give us a shot.
I wanted to also give the shout out to Eric. He came in second in the Hilton this year. He's a pregame guy. He's an excellent handicapper. His reasoning behind games is at a very high level, I'll tell you that. And he's supposed to be in town this week or next week with his friends, so I'm hoping to get an opportunity to see him. But congratulations on coming in second in the Hilton, man. That's a big accomplishment.
And we're not blowing smoke. I mean, VR and myself, we live Vegas, and we like, we chat with you guys on the forums and that. And when, if our schedules permit, you're in town, we like to try to, see you guys and hang out a little bit, have a drink, and shoot the breeze. And when it comes to talking sports, I mean, that's what we do.
Speaking of talking sports, how about them playoff games last week?
Well, I'll tell you what. I heard a collective sigh of relief on Sunday.
Oh my!
When Arizona won and won by a touchdown, not the field goal, because that saved
everything.
Saved Vegas.
There was so many pending, not just parlays, not just straight bets, but teasers with Green Bay +3 or +4. A lot of people took it over to 3, even a 6.5 point teaser to get 3.5. It's worth it to get over a field goal. The sports books were so overloaded because what people don't realize is not only are there already all kind of bets made from Saturday tied into Green Bay, from Sunday tied into Green Bay, but what happens is when people lose in the early game, Then they come back and bet more
Right.
on the late game. And when they win the early game, they go back and bet more on the late game. So just like Monday Night Football usually has the
Right.
most money pending and Sunday Night Football has the most money pending, the final game of the playoff day is the most dangerous for the books. Even with New England getting knocked out,
Right.
that helped the afternoon, or else if New England would have covered, ulcers would have been happening when that game went to overtime. I know a lot of bookmakers that popped a couple gray hairs during that game, boy.
Well, I mean, the guys that bet Green Bay early on teaser still came out
Yeah.
okay because the game opened up as
Arizona had-
it's
favored, sure.
But they bet this game, and I'll tell you what.
But who bets on Monday and Tuesday that, most public
Right.
bettors don't? Let's
Right.
tell it like it is.
But Vegas got hit on the total. They did get hit with the total.
Destroyed.
Everybody bet the over, and
I had the under, dude. I'm not going to lie. And I felt more confident when books I spoke to and I asked, why aren't you at 49? I mean, I thought it would go to 50 and a half. And when it gets to 51, they wouldn't get there because the wise guys would steam under. But what I was told is the wise guys were picking off any 49.
Right.
So anytime a book tried to go to 49, bam, the runners were right there to bet under. So, I mean, I felt even more confident. And when the New England game went over and the first 3 playoff games went over, not saying that it means anything. I mean,
Right.
each game's an individual entity on its own.
It's a small
It means
sampling.
nothing
Right.
that every game could go over, every dog could cover. It don't matter. But you just think the trend, you got to get an under in there, right? But just didn't happen, man. I was on the wrong side of the wrong handicap. It's the bottom line. What are you going to do?
Well, fortunately for me, I was on Arizona. You were on Arizona too, and just absolutely crazy game, Vegas. But even though they got hit on the, with the over, they had more money on Green Bay.
Yeah.
Absolutely more money.
And the ticket count and the money count was ridiculous on the side of Green Bay. I mean, that would have really hurt the books. It would have done a lot of damage if Green Bay got the cover.
And, while we're recapping, not to bring up bad stuff, but, we haven't aired since it happened, but, Vegas Runner and myself,
we lost our game of the year in the bowl game of the year, and not make excuses, not say he got hurt, because if I had a ticket on Alabama, then I would have been happy he didn't come back to play McCoy. So I'm not going to say that was an excuse, but what did get me mad is that we had the cover with 3 minutes left and the ball.
Right.
And when you're in that spot, more times than not, you're going to get the cash a ticket. So I was more upset at how it ended than the fact McCoy didn't play, because injuries are part of it. That's the X factor you can't foresee. That's something you can't add in your handicap. And when it bites you in the ass, there's very little you could do.
But this is why I want to emphasize to you guys that money management above all else is the number one thing that you guys got to deal with.
Everything else is secondary.
Anything can happen. In this, I mean, it's a perfect example. If he doesn't get hurt, they start the game minimum 10-0 up. 10 or 14-0, they're up if he doesn't get hurt. And then the field position started each drive.
And it's not just that; it's mentally the team.
Right.
When you lose your star, you're expecting to lose. But when you have your star there and you're up 10 or 14-0, you're up in their faces.
And the
you're
defense
in the game,
was playing hard. But again,
I think we were on the right side of the
I'd play
outcome.
the game 100 times. I'd play it that way, and we're going to win.
There's no sure thing, and
that's the key
if you
thing.
make any game more significant than it should be, eventually you're going to go broke. That's what the books bank on, guys. Honestly, they don't bank on you losing more games than you win. They bank on you betting incorrectly, and that's where most people lose, because your average ESPN viewer more or less could hit 45-50%, and they're not going to get rich off people, going 50-50. They get rich off people making mistakes.
Well, we got to wrap this up. 10 minutes is gone again.
It flew by. Hats on.
Hats on. We're ready. Again, good luck, Dwayne, this week. And
keep it rolling, baby.
We got the mojo too now.
Keep it rolling.
And this has been Marco D'Angelo. He's Vegas Runner. This is This Week in Vegas. We'll be back next week. We'll be chatting things up again with the happenings here in town.